Hello Aquarius, my name is Ray. Welcome to Ray's Tarot. This will be a general reading for July 2021. It might be about your career, your love life, or whatever is the most important message that Spirit needs you to hear right now. Today I will be using the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck by Grace Duong. If you would like to buy this deck for yourself, I will put a link to their website in the description below. Please remember that time is fluid, and if this message does not resonate, be sure to check out my readings for your moon, rising, and Venus sign. Now, let's get right into your reading. What is Aquarius's main message for July 2021? What is Aquarius's main message for July 2021? What is Aquarius's main message for July 2021? You have the Five of Swords in your present situation. This could be you or it could be another person, but there's some sort of conflict here. If this is your energy, you might be feeling very stressed at work, or there might be a coworker that you don't get along with. If you're applying for a new job, you might feel like you have a lot of competition. Your boss might be putting a lot of weight on your shoulders. But this card always asks you if it's worth fighting over. Is this something that's actually within your control, or are you just acting out because your ego is doing the talking for you? Because you're too stubborn to be wrong about something? Because you don't want to take responsibility for your actions? Why do you have your guard up all the time? Do you need to be so cutting? This is what drives people away from you. Or again, if this is somebody else's energy, this is what's driving you away from them. There is no need for you or this person to be so cutthroat, so cold. This very much feels like the energy of fighting over nothing, fighting this person for no reason. If you're dealing with someone who's very dramatic, this person might just be starting shit with you because they're bored. Or if this is your energy, you might know that you love the attention. You might also feel like everything's changing right now, because 5 is a number about change. You may no longer be in a stable place for whatever reason, at your job or in a relationship. And this is making you feel very defensive because you feel like you can't keep up with the changes going on around you. You or the other person might be using stress as a reason to treat other people poorly. You know that one person that's always like, oh, I'm sorry I lashed out at you. I'm going through a lot right now. Like, this 5 of Swords energy is coming from a person who doesn't realize that that's not an excuse. You have the 4 of Cups in what's crossing you, and I feel like this is holding you back. I feel like this is tied in with the 5 of Swords in your present energy. Whatever this conflict is, again, it could be you or it could be the other person if you're in a relationship, or if this is some sort of conflict with a coworker. Whoever this is very emotionally immature. They act out when they're bored. They're willing to knock other people down to get their way. It feels like win or lose, no matter who they have to hurt, they're going to get what they want. It feels like a very dramatic, diva-like energy. Like, I want what I want and I want it now. That's what it feels like. And if you're not willing to give it to me, then I'll show you who you're messing with. It feels very demanding. It also feels like nothing is good enough for this person. Like, even if you do offer them this fourth cup, they're still not happy with what they have. It's kind of like you can't win with this person. You know, they don't want these 3 cups, they don't want the 4th one. No matter what, they're always going to end up fighting with you. If this is your energy, you really need to just withdraw right now, because somebody here is acting out and projecting their unhappiness onto other people. You have the Queen of Cups at your base. If you are a Aquarius, Pisces, Cusper, this could also be your energy. If this reading is about a relationship, you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You have the 9 of Cups in your past. This is the card of emotional fulfillment, of confidence. You might have recently gotten a new job, or if this is a reading about a relationship, this Queen of Cups might have recently come along and offered you their 10th cup. This could be how this person makes you feel if this is about a relationship. Or if you're just feeling very abundant right now in terms of a new job placement, this could just be your energy and how much you're feeling yourself. The 9 of Cups is a very emotional, independent energy. So some of you might not be interested in dating right now. If someone is coming forward and offering you something in this present energy, I feel like you're turning it down. Like you might be happier on your own, just being single. If this is somebody that you have your eye on, you respect the fact that they are very emotionally independent, that they don't feel like they need you. Or this could be somebody who feels this way about you. You have the Fool in your crowning thoughts. You're ready for a new beginning, whether with a new job or with this new person. This also kind of feels like a risky energy. It feels like you or this other person, somebody jumps a lot, because with this present energy, there's almost this element of fakeness that I'm getting, where there's so much abundance and happiness surrounding this present energy, but the person experiencing all of it still thinks it's not good enough. Like all this positivity surrounding them is only what they want people to see about them, but underneath they know that they're not really happy with themselves. So you or this other person could always be jumping onto the next thing. Like as soon as you've accomplished one thing, you're already bored of it, and now you want something else. It kind of feels like a want what you can't have energy, where this Fool card is just how you want people to see you. You have the 7 of Pentacles in your immediate future. You're ready to put in the work. If this is about a new job, your new position is paying off. If there's been some past energy that you're healing from with that World card, you're starting to see yourself coming into alignment, especially with that 9 of Cups in your past. If this is about a new relationship, you might be waiting for the right time to approach this person, or you might be waiting to hear from them. The 7 of Pentacles is also about patience and investment. So whatever this new journey is for you, it's going to take time to grow. But I feel like you're willing to wait for it because you know that it's worth waiting for, whatever it is. In your hopes and fears, you have the 10 of Swords. This is definitely what you're afraid of. You have a painful ending here, but you have a new beginning in your crowning thoughts. You might be someone who's used to being taken advantage of. So if this 5 of Swords, 4 of Cups is your present energy, you might be kind of in a mindset where you need to hurt other people before they hurt you. So everything is a fight. You have to fight for what you want. So you feel like you always have to fight with people in order to assert dominance, in order to make sure that this 10 of Swords doesn't happen. But that's cutting you off from a lot of opportunities that could potentially be really good for you. So there's two different kind of endings here. What you're scared of is a painful ending with the 10 of Swords, but the reality of your situation is that this is an ending that you've worked really hard to get to. This is the closing of a cycle in your life. The World card is about a happy ending, but it wasn't without struggle. And again, following is the new beginning with the Fool card. This is also how other people are seeing you right now. People have been watching you, and they are taking notice of your achievements. Especially with that 7 of Pentacles in your immediate future, people respect how hard you work for what you have. In your strengths and weaknesses, you have the Judgment card. I'm seeing this two ways. I'm seeing this card as a strength and a weakness. As a strength, you've learned a lot. You had to look at yourself in the mirror and face your past and release old wounds. And I feel like that also ties into this present energy of the 5 of Swords and the 4 of Cups, where you know that you've come across this before, and this kind of inner conflict is nothing unfamiliar to you. And you know how to move past it, and you know how to deal with it properly. As a weakness, you're scared of your past. And a small part of you may still be running from it, especially with this 10 of Swords and your fears. So this is simultaneously something that's holding you back and pushing you forward. You have justice in your outcome. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra. Overall, there's an underlying tone of karma in your reading. With this 5 of Swords energy here, I think it depends on how you handle this conflict that will come back around to you for better or for worse, especially with Judgment and your strengths and weaknesses, because that's also a karma card. So I have a feeling that however you deal with your present situation will determine your future. Will tip the scales. Are you going to be mature about this? Or are you going to be the one that's stirring up the drama? Because the thing about the Justice card is these scales can tip either way. They could tip in your favor or they could tip against you. So I feel like there's some part of your journey now, especially with you being at the ending of something and simultaneously at the start of something, a lot is still undetermined. It kind of feels like you're being tested in some way right now to see if you've really matured. And again, if this is somebody else trying to rile you up, how you handle this person's energy will determine whether or not you are ready for this new journey. The advice with the Justice card is to remain fair and emotionally detached. Can you clarify the 5 of Swords for me, please? Why does Aquarius have the 5 of Swords in their present situation? Can you clarify Aquarius's present situation for me, please? Can you clarify Aquarius's hopes and fears for me, please? Why does Aquarius have the 10 of Swords in their hopes and fears? Can you clarify the 10 of Swords for me, please? Clarifying the Five of Swords in your present situation, you have the Three of Swords. So some of you could still be healing from a breakup or some sort of rejection. Some of you may have unresolved childhood issues. But this card confirms for me the vibe that I was getting before, that you or someone in this situation uses their upset and their anger as an excuse to lash out at other people. This is the reason you or somebody else always feels like they have to fight people off. Because you're defending your heart, because you know that your heart is not healed. You or somebody else in this situation needs to learn that the way to stop yourself from getting hurt is not by hurting other people. And I feel like that's why you're so unhappy with yourself, or why this person is so unhappy with themselves in this Four of Cups energy. Why nothing is good enough. Because this person knows deep down that what they're really not happy with is themselves. Clarifying the Ten of Swords in your hopes and fears is the Princess of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or some of you may be a Capricorn, Aquarius, cusper. You may have recently been fired from a job or have quit your recent job. There may have been some sort of business venture or big purchase that didn't work out as well as you hoped it would. The Princess is also a very emotional, immature energy. And I'm seeing a connection between these cards and your present situation as well, because the Princess of Pentacles is known as very curious. They have a thirst for knowledge. So to me, someone in this situation might be overworking to distract themselves from this Ten of Swords pain. Again, it kind of feels like whatever this person has, this pentacle, as soon as they have it, they're bored of it and they're on to seeking the next pentacle. It feels like you're continually challenging yourself just to see if you can. Just to see how much you can get away with. What is Aquarius's main love message for July 2021? What is Aquarius's main love message for July 2021? That's a lot of cards. I'm only going to take this one that kind of came out on top of the giant stack that flew all over the place. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I'm seeing a connection between this Trust card and the Fool card. Because even if this situation is not about a relationship, the Fool is a card about trust as well. Because the Fool is willingly jumping off a cliff. It's about trusting the universe. It's about trusting that the universe will catch you with a safety net when you jump off this cliff. Some of you may also have trust issues in general from being hurt in past relationships. And this might be a sign from the universe that this new person is trustworthy. I'm also hearing trust your judgment. Some of you don't trust yourselves. Some of you doubt yourselves a little bit too much. And that's why you're never happy with what you have. Okay, Aquarius, I feel like your message has been received. Comment down below if this reading resonates with you and let me know what your situation is about. I do read the comments and will be liking and responding. Don't forget to like this video and click that subscribe button. That helps me a lot. Either way, I will see you here again at Ray's Tarot. See you later.